Good morning, caregiver fam. How are you? I hope that you are having a blessed day starting off. I hope that you are up and at 'em and getting out the bed and getting all your loved ones out and about and getting your children ready for school and getting yourselves together and just preparing yourselves for the day. For again, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I am actually on my way to work, and again, I am continuing to do videos or vlogs for caregivers. And so again, like I told you guys last week, that I felt like it was laid on my heart to create vlogs for caregivers. Maybe every once a week or twice a week, just getting on here and just encouraging you guys and inspiring you guys throughout your day. And so sometimes I just want to talk about certain topics. I may just give, I don't know, an encouraging word like a poem or, something that I saw pertaining to caregivers. But as a caregiver, caregivers need a lot of encouragement. They need a lot of inspiration because, again, caregivers are doing so much for so many people, and they don't really get a chance to, take time out for themselves, or they don't get a chance to get that positive affirmation, that feedback, because they think they have to do everything and be everything to everybody. And so I'm just jumping on here because I want to encourage you guys. And so what I wanted to talk about today is time management. Time management is a huge thing. As a caregiver, you have to learn how to manage your time effectively and efficiently. I know that me personally, I am a stickler for time. I don't like to be late for a lot of things. I like to be on time or before time for a lot of things. And throughout this caregiver process, I have learned how to delegate, not only delegate, but manage my time. I've learned how to multitask and do a lot of things that, average people don't tend to do on a daily basis. And so a lot of you guys know, whether you're taking care of your children, you have to prioritize your time. You have to schedule appointments, doctor's appointments, appointments with the schools, appointments to meet their teachers. You have to prioritize your time to go out to the grocery store and buy groceries so you can cook. You have to prioritize time for recreation activities, whether it be to work out or do some type of aerobic activity. You have to then manage your own personal time for you, set aside time for yourself, and do the things that you need to do for you as well. And so it is not always easy, but it is possible and it is manageable. So my sister and I, we take classes together. And so that's one of the things that we do together. And so over the years, I had to learn how to incorporate her activities with my activities. And so I would have to schedule things like her going to work out, or schedule appointments with her caseworker, or schedule appointments for her to go to the doctor. And so over the years, I really had to learn how to keep a calendar because I had to do those things for myself as well. I work out as well. I have to go to the doctor as well. I like to work out as well, and do other things, hang out, with my friends and all of that. And so there were times when I would just get so frustrated, and so down, because I was like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be able to have a life, but then help my sister, have a life? Because I wanted her to have one too. I wanted my sister to be involved, in the community. I want her to be able to, I want her to be healthy as well. And I want her to exercise and do the things that she needs to do health-wise. She needs to go to the doctor, and the majority of time I would have to be her transportation. So I would have to transport her to these different places. And so it wasn't until much later on, that I found out about public transportation. And then somehow we were able to work out the transportation coming to our home and picking her up, which was such a blessing. And so we'll talk about that later on in another video, ways that you can utilize resources within your community or in your state that can help you as a caregiver, because again, I was the transportation. I was the one taking my sister everywhere. And so, eventually, her caseworker was like, hey, you can sign up for public transportation for your sister and have them come pick her up, instead of you having to take her to work every day, knowing that you have to go to work as well. And so over the years, again, I've learned a lot of things. I've learned a lot of tidbits, gained a lot of insights from other caregivers that I've spoken with, people who take care of people, especially those who have special needs. And I kind of took that on as my own. But learning how to manage time is a daily process. It is a journey. And, again, sometimes I do become overwhelmed, because I'm like, man, sometimes I wish I had an administrative assistant. Sometimes I wish I had two of me, but I know that's not possible. But, sometimes I'm like, man, while I'm taking care of my business, I wish I had somebody to help manage my sister's business, because sometimes it gets overwhelming like that. And so some of the things that I have learned to do is, one, find things for my sister and I to do together. Again, she likes to work out. I like to work out, particularly Zumba. I love Zumba. Shout out to the Get Down with Jonas and Rico at the Glenarden Community Center. I love Zumba, and my sister loves to dance as well. So I said, okay, hey, since we both like to dance, we both like Zumba, why don't we take a Zumba class together? And so that kind of minimizes the time. That cuts the time down. And then we also get to spend time together. We get to hang out, with one another. When it comes to doctor's appointments, I try to have us both go to the same doctor. But if not, I try to schedule appointments in advance. And, we talk about certain things. We talk about things related to her health, her needs, what she needs, what she wants from her doctor, so that when we go to the doctor, I'm able to articulate the things that she's not able to articulate. And so we talk about those things, and we try to get together, do a check-in every now and then, so that I can hear her thoughts and her opinions of what she needs and what she wants, because she is an adult. And so for those that don't know, my sister has an intellectual disability, and she's high functioning, but she has an intellectual disability. And so, there are some things that she's not able to articulate, but there are some things that she is able to articulate. And so, yes, so as far as health-wise, that's what I do for her and with her. When it comes to other extracurricular activities, whether it be going to the movies or something like that, we've learned how to utilize, things like transportation, like Lyft. Lyft is such a blessing. And I've gotten comfortable as a caregiver, comfortable enough, if you can believe it, thank God, I've become comfortable enough for her to utilize other means of transportation. At first I was a little leery, because as a caregiver, you worry about your loved ones a lot. You worry about the people that you're taking care of a lot. And so at first I was like, I don't know about her, taking Lyft by herself. But eventually it has definitely become a great asset for me. I'll schedule her Lyft, and they'll pick her up and then take her where she needs to go, and then I'll probably meet her wherever we're going to meet at. And so a Lyft is definitely a good asset. And so, yeah, guys, just finding ways to manage your time. Again, it is not easy. You do have to delegate. Another thing, please utilize your resources, utilize your tools, utilize people who are in your corner, utilize your family members, utilize people that you have done favors for, and have done things for as well. Utilize your state's resources as well. You will be surprised, in each state they are plentiful. Many states are plentiful with resources, especially for people who have disabilities. And a lot of us, we don't utilize those tools and resources, and that's a downfall for us. There are so many resources out there that we do not utilize, and a lot of those programs they get cut short, or they just abolish them, period, because people are not utilizing resources that are out there for us. And so please, I implore you guys, whether you are taking care of somebody who has special needs, whether you are taking care of somebody who doesn't have special needs, your children, the elderly. There are so many programs for the elderly, people who are sick and not well. There are so many programs out there. There are so many people out there who are willing to help and step in. I'll be talking about respite care, people that you can hire to help take care of your loved ones. And that's another topic. Caregivers are not always so willingly or so gun-ho in having somebody watch after their loved one, especially if they don't know them all like that. And I particularly had an issue with that, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But managing your time, and then taking out time for you, okay? Taking out time for you. You have to, as a caregiver, take out time for yourself. You must. Otherwise, you will go crazy. Trust me, I know. Every now and then, I have to find ways to do some things for myself, whether it's go for a walk, whether it's go to the gym by myself, whether it's go for a ride, go for a drive, whether it's hanging out with friends or family, going on short mini trips. And I know that a lot of you guys don't really have the means to be able to get out there and maybe go on a trip for like a week or something like that. But there are some things that you can do, like taking short mini trips, or like I said, go for a walk or something like that. Go in your room and close the door and set a timer and say, hey, I'm in here, I'm in my room, I'm gonna be in here for 30 minutes, don't bother me. Or here, do this, for 30 minutes until I'm done, because I need to relax. I need to, relieve the stress, just get outside of caregiving, for a minute. And it's okay. It's okay to do that. It's okay to set out some time for yourself, because you need it. You need to be replenished as a caregiver. And so, again, learning how to, as a caregiver, kind of incorporate your time, meaning find ways to spend time together with your loved ones or those who you take care of. Again, me and my sister take classes together, and so I find time to incorporate that time of us spending time together, and we get a good workout. And, I don't spend a whole bunch of time being rampant and running back and forth and back and forth. I schedule her ride to come pick her up while I'm doing whatever I'm doing. And then by the time she finishes with her class, I come pick her up, so that's time, an hour that I can spend doing something for me, or handling some business that I need to handle, because I utilize my resources. And so again, utilizing your resources is a good way to manage your time as well, and to not become so overwhelmed, because people get paid to help you manage your time. Okay? People get paid to help you. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with spending some money or a little bit of extra money, if you have it, to those who have it, to be able to gain some time back. Trust me, I've learned over the years, man, sometimes you got to spend a little money, some extra money, to get some time back. And so again, guys, I just wanted to jump on here. I just wanted to encourage you guys. I pray that you guys have a blessed day, a good weekend. I have a new venture this weekend. I am hosting a caregiver workshop. And so me and some caregivers are going to get together. We're going to talk about being great caregivers and talk about issues of caregiving. And we're going to talk about the victories of caregiving. And we're going to just do some fun stuff. And so I'm excited about that on tomorrow. And so, again, you guys are awesome. You rock. Know that, again, you are valued. You are precious. You are loved by God. And that your labor is not in vain. Take out some time for you this weekend. Yeah. Take out some time for you this weekend. Do something for you. Relax, chill, put your slippers on, put your house coat on, and just take out some time for you. Binge watch Netflix or Hulu. Just find some ways to take out some time for you so that you can be a better you. And don't think about anything. Don't think about anything but being an awesome caregiver. Okay? Again, I love you guys. I pray again that you have a great and awesome day today. And if you are a teacher and you are taking care of somebody else's children or somebody else's loved one who may have special needs or who needs some extra help, know that you guys rock. This is what I do, again, as a job, but then I also do this within my home. And so you guys are just awesome. Just know that you are awesome and that you are valued. Okay? All right, guys. So just have a great day. Have a great weekend. Just continue to be awesome. Continue to do what you do best. And just be in a position of managing your time. All right? All right. Love you guys. Peace.